There is a very, very obvious knowing present. There is something that knows experience. There is an obvious awareness of experience. I am aware. I am alive. I am awake. I am. There's a sense of being. So something knows. At any given moment, I know so many things, like my thoughts, my emotions, my body, my experience, my world. But I am not what I know. I am just the knowing element. That knowing element with which I know the countless diversity within experience. But I myself am not anything that I know. I am the knowing principle, the knowing element, which is active throughout waking, throughout dream, throughout sleep. In sleep, the contents and the separate entity that is supposedly perceiving these contents is no longer there. But there's still a knowing of their not being there. There's something that knows that this is waking. There's something that knows that there is dream. There's something that knows sleep. This knowing element, I am. But I can't seem to pinpoint where exactly this knowing is arising from, where it is located, what it consists of. Cannot put a word to it, cannot put a label to it, cannot assign a meaning to it. Because a word, a meaning, a label, a form would be known. And I cannot be what I know. I am the knowing with which I know. Please do not argue against this teaching. If any part of you wants to grasp this, if any part of you wants to go deeper into this, you have to relinquish your arguments. Your arguments, as much as they make you believe they are legitimate and they must be answered in order for you to go deeper, they will not get you anywhere. So if you want to cling on to your arguments, do not listen to this teaching. But if you want to listen to this teaching and you want to go deeper, then listen wholeheartedly, empty of all your assumptions and expectations and beliefs, and simply look, digest, chew up the words, allow them to simply digest, and implement to the best of your understanding what I speak. Trust in the teaching and reflect on it. And only then may it get you somewhere. Look directly into your experience right now. It is so obviously here. There's something that is alive. There is something that knows. There's a knowing of my voice. There's a spontaneous and effortless knowing of the room in which you're sitting. You are not making an effort to know my voice. You may be making an effort to focus on the words, but even the focusing and the lack of focusing is being known. That knowing you are not making an effort for. That knowing which takes no effort, I am. But again, I cannot see that knowing. I cannot locate where that knowing is. To say that that knowing dwells in the body would be incorrect, because I can cut off this arm, but this knowing would still be present. So to what extent, how much do I have to cut away of this body for this knowing to disappear? This body itself is known in the knowing. So the body can be mine, but it cannot be me. The knowing in which the body is seen to change, that I am. Go directly, so drop all your questions, drop all your confusions. They are not important right now. And go directly into your experience and become aware of this knowing. Become aware that you are aware right now. Did you know that you can just be aware that you are aware? You don't always have to be aware of something, of your questions, of your identity as the confused one that doesn't go deeper into spirituality no matter how hard they try. Your thoughts, emotions, experience. You don't always have to latch on to something that is being known. Let what is known be what it is. You return to the fact that you know. It is simple, it is effortless, it is natural. That I know. There's no trying here. I know. I am is the foundation upon which any experience can be. But the experience and what happens, right, the happenings, are secondary to knowledge, to knowing. That principle of knowledge, of knowing, is primary. So come to that source. Find the source of your knowing, and you will find the source of all. Why? Because the source of life must be also within you. Are you not life? Are you not alive? So find the source of yourself, and you will find the source of life. It is one and the same. It is not different. And this knowing element, this capacity of knowledge, not mental knowledge, that is what we can term as information about what is known. It will not help you here. The knowledge we speak of is knowing, being aware, being itself. This knowing principle is the source of all experience, is what all experience depends on. So let's bring this under our acknowledgement, rather than constantly being engulfed in what is known. Let's give some acknowledgement to with which we know. And rest here. The more you start to recognize that I am just the knowing, and this knowing, again, has no form, it has no shape, it has no quality, it is just the knowing within which all shapes and forms and qualities are known. The more you start to see yourself that I am already this knowing, you start to really be at peace. Why? Because what puts you out of peace? The fact that you believe that I am this little person, and you're constantly living in a world where what this person has is being threatened. And what makes this person feel good is an accumulation of something other than what you have. And that is the disruption of your peace. The moment you step into this limited personhood identity. So discover your true essence. That with which you know the activities and the inner stuff of the person even. And you start to see that no happening can damage you. No happening can disrupt this knowing. And it is a worthwhile discovery. But again, it requires you to place your arguments and confusions aside. They will not help you here. They are all mental. They are mind. They will not help you go further. Drop it all. When a thought arises that says, I don't get this, instead of dwelling in the content of what that thought is saying, simply acknowledge that there is a knowing of the thought. And just stay with the knowing instead of the thought. It is that simple to let go of all of your confusions. Just be in this way. It is not a doing. It is not a being this or that. It is just being. Just knowing. Know that you know. And that is enough. Thanks for watching this video. Just 2 things before you go. If you want to learn how to implement the teaching that we cover on this channel in a step-by-step format and really develop your understanding of it in a faster way, make sure to watch my free 1-hour class that I'm offering right now. And second, if you want to work with me personally to help you dissolve mind identification and return to peace through self-inquiry, check out my program down below. It's called the Higher Consciousness Shift. Enrollments are now open, so just check out the details and book your free call, and we'll see if it's right for you. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.